is Amazon Elasticsearch Service. That's the logo. They have a lot of 3D logos, okay? So agenda would be what it is, what is ELK stack? How does Elasticsearch work? It's different from AWS Elasticsearch and Elasticsearch. What are the use cases of ELK stack? Again, what is AWS Elasticsearch Service? Examples of use cases and a quick show of how to quickly set up your AWS Elasticsearch Service. So what is Elasticsearch? Again, this is not the AWS one, okay? Elasticsearch is an open source, RESTful, distributed search analytics engine on Apache Lucene. Apache Lucene is also an open source project. And then with Elasticsearch, basically you put it in your code so that you can optimize on searching through indexing, things like that. So very fast searching on documents. And let's say another example would be you have IMDb, the movie site, right? There's a lot of like key value pairings or field value pairings. And then you would need some kind of a search engine to optimize on that. Okay, so it's also used for security intelligence, business analytics, and text search. So basic concepts of the Elasticsearch is it has a near real-time cluster, node, index, document, shards, and replicas. So when you say near real-time, the moment you add your document, there would be a time frame where it will index the document, and then after a short few seconds, you can now query on that index. Okay, and then let's see. The next one would be explaining the architecture. As I go by, I'll be able to explain the other concepts. So here's what happens. That's the document. Once you upload the document, it will check for name, value, which is the fields. Again, let's say actor, let's say Hugh Jackman, movie title, let's say X-Men. It will grab all of that things, and then it will analyze and create the index or the indices, and then create a posting list. It's just like ordering it. That's what Elasticsearch does. Then afterwards, if it creates this one, it will create this one, right? The next now is the index. The index itself would try to be, let's say, separated in pieces, and they call it shards. So shards is just broken down pieces of the index, so that you can easily query those fields. And then also with replicas, it's just shards too. You want them in separate instances, which is this one, so that once this instance fails, you can still have it here. Okay. So ELK stack. So Elasticsearch is just search optimization. So it's usually used with other open source technologies that were developed alongside with it. One is Logstash to collect and transform data. Again, Elasticsearch would search and analyze, and Kibana would be visualize and manage to do those dashboards. Again, use cases would be for internal system and applications. You would go for security analytics and log analytics, and go towards the external system and applications. You would do website searches like the IMDb. And internal too, you can use it for like market development and operational analytics. So wide range of users from developers, customers, business analysts.
This means it can happen in security. Also, it's helping big data too.
Yep, because as we all know in security, we have big tons of audit trails and log files. And what a better way to quickly analyze and see the trends, see the vulnerabilities is doing a quick search and maybe having this Kibana to do the dashboards. Okay. The next slide is still the same, but more of like what companies are an example of that one. So for logging, let's say Goldman Sachs, you want to do an audit trail of like transactions, access, and for searches like let's say GitHub, searching for code, eBay, searching for a lot of like, it will be like a lot of field and value pairings. This one is just an example. I'll break it down for you. So let's say you have a serverless employee boarding system, and you're going to use this technology stack. Express.js would be your server. AWS Lambda would be your function call. Amazon DynamoDB would be your database, and Amazon S3 would be your storage. Okay, so the thing is, we want to collect information and about an employee and store it in the DynamoDB database, and it's a fictional onboarding process. Okay, now the thing that we need to do here is now to have it search and queried as needed with the HR. So again, we can augment this with DynamoDB streams and trigger Lambda to store what attributes of the employee data that we want in the AWS Elasticsearch Service. So here's the representation for that. So again, it's the server, the express.js. And now let's say there's an employee, create employee info, and then put the employee username, put it in the database. DynamoDB stream would, the one would be collecting that data. And then you can execute this function and put it in the Elasticsearch. Same goes with uploading the badge. Okay? It goes to the storage, and then create badge info. This is the function. Goes to the database and goes to the search. So it's still the same. It's broken down, but after this Lambda function, it will generate a JSON file, JavaScript object notation, so that it can easily query through a RESTful API, get put post request. So right now it's more of like the demo, but I don't want to do the demo because this one is easier. So I did some screenshots. So one is, how do you define your domain? How do you configure your cluster? Set up access, and how do you review? So first, go to AWS Elasticsearch Service site. Next, just create a domain, and you will need to enter this field. Name your domain, put your version number, click next. Put the number of instances. Don't forget to put it as a small, because if you put it as large, you're going to be charged. So small is the free tier. And then hit next again. And now put the storage type, what volume type, volume size, and then next. That's for your cluster. And access, definitely put it in VPC access to have your, again, virtual private cloud network, not just out there publicly. So you would need to put in your own VPC and your own subnet and your own security group. So you have to have that configured in AWS now. And then just create a standard template. Choose that. And there you go. This is just review. And you can confirm. Usually with the, because I tried accidentally with the large, it will automatically provisions your cluster. But with the small, it took like I guess like 5 to 10 minutes just to provision my endpoint. And once it's done, this would appear. That one. So this would appear once it's provisioned. And I don't have a output example. Yes, question?
I cannot see any coding. I mean, just the JSON file.
Yep.
That's it, right?
Yep.
I mean, you don't have to have a coding.
But you need to have like triggers, which is coding using AWS Lambda or your, I guess, own
Okay,
code.
in this case, if somebody already created a Lambda, yeah, you don't have to do that.
Nope. Yep.
Oh, wow.
So with this 4-step, you already have your Elasticsearch up and running. So again, AWS Elasticsearch Service manages Elasticsearch. That's how they make money. So again, AWS has products that they do their own services, and most of them too are like services to manage other services. So uploading a single document is very easy. Just do a curl, put a JSON file. Oh, don't forget your endpoint, your domain endpoint. As you can see, these are the common field value types like director, comedy, actor. And then let's say you want to upload a bunch of more information with the JSON. So just follow this syntax. And then do a curl post again to upload your JSON file. And that's done. Okay? And Don't forget to delete your domain anytime you're doing free tests, because you might never know that someone might be clicking or you forgot and you get charged, okay? And you just hit delete and it goes out. And I think that's it. Yeah, keep it short. Question? So most of the database has minimal functionality to do searches, do logging, analytics. But even even with my past talk, so even if the database has those functionalities, it can't do it on a big scale. So let's say search, you need a different technology to do search optimization. Let's say you want to do analytics, you need to have another tool. So even let's say MySQL server, they have this separate tool in MySQL to just do the analytics. They have this separate tool. Nope. Okay. So I think I forgot to mention like cluster. Cluster is basically a collection of one or more nodes, which are servers, and node is a single server. So I think I forgot to mention that. And any more topics you want to? Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know the details of how they broke it down, but it's definitely field value. There's definitely an algorithm that sorts it though. Okay.
So before you leave, would you introduce you come on also, then
Okay.
we have a chance after that.
Mm-hmm.
And I will announcement and also I will demo.
Okay. Okay. Zoom? No, it's just an update. Oh wait, let's see. Oh, it's just hi, hello. It's Karthik and Cherry is here. Okay. I guess can you guys introduce yourselves?
Hi, Dan McKeegan. I'm a student here at City U. I'm in the Bachelor of Science.
Okay. Hi, I'm Abdullah.
You are looking for this guy? Came from same country.
Different Thailand, I think.
Also, in your case, you have a topic, talk about your topic.
Hi, my name is I study a master's degree here, and my topic is mainly the
Use smart programming.
programming, development of less code but bigger application. Yeah, it's very interesting, and I will research some functionality.
Okay, so I'll address it later. The comparison of the servers.
My name is Jay.
Usually you don't have to repeat, go to the thing, okay? Because everything is going to be. Okay, yes, welcome, yes. Oh, no, I don't know.
I don't know you.
Oh, you are starting master program? When?
So I finished bachelor's in last year, and I worked
Uh-huh.
and now I'm back to work.
Oh, okay. Welcome. You are Jason King? It's a very popular last name in South Korea. Oh. What project are you doing?
I just got started with Python and like everything.
Your bachelor's student?
Yeah, I will be in the program this quarter.
Are you sure? Oh, I can say no.
Next quarter.
Hi guys, my name is Wayne. I'm also a master's student here for computer science. I'm also the web administrator in AWS Study, so I manage the website for this group. My project with this group is serverless development. And my current home project is to be familiar with data structure and algorithm. But my goal is to be software engineer. I think this is all for me for now.
My name is Kevin, and I'm also a computer science student, master of science, and I'm also a full stack developer. I'm doing some research on the serverless development.
Okay. Thank you for coming. This is America. Nobody's forcing you to do that. But if you show that you are interested, I need a